All right, so let's talk about it. Y'all want to talk about real wealth? What we talking about when we say real wealth? Are we talking about a person that's financially independent? And that independence mean that he has independence and he doesn't rely upon others? Are we talking about a person that's debt free, got his house paid off, got his cars paid off, got all his credit cards paid off? Is he wealthy? Oh, what about the high net worth guy? He got $1 million net worth. Is that real wealth? Oh, what about the brother over here cash flowing? He got a lot of cash in his pocket, he got a lot of cash in the bank. Is that real wealth? What about if you're independently wealthy? Independence. I like that. Financial independence, independently wealthy. What about prosperous? Maybe you're prosperous. Yes. And don't forget to ball and floss out, big baby. Is that real wealth? Let's talk about it. Let me see if I can describe to you what financial independence is. I hear that word, those two words thrown around quite frequently, and sometimes I'm not so sure that the prognosticator is sure of what he is saying. So from a financial independence standpoint, it means to me that you have the ability to live off the income that's generated from your investments, right? You're not getting any earned income. You're living off the investments that you have. It also means that you no longer have to work for the man. You are the man or the woman, right? You are in control of your destiny. You are financially independent. And then you have the freedom to travel and to enjoy your fortune. That's a beautiful thing about wealth because it gives you financial independence. Yeah, and one more thing before we start talking about real wealth, we got to define what a millionaire is. Because everybody walking around here talking about they're millionaire, they really ain't a millionaire. Because you got people making a million and spending a million, right? That ain't a millionaire. That's a brokenaire. What about if I make a million and I save a half of that, 500,000? Well, I'm a half a millionaire. But if you make a million and you still have a million in net assets, when it's all said and done, that, my brother, is a millionaire. So before we get started with any discussion on real wealth, I got to throw a little raism in there for you. So for me, I don't care how much you make. How much do you get to keep? How much is in the bank account? How much are you investing? Don't tell me how much you making. I want to know how much you getting to keep and you making it go to work for you. You got them soldiers working. I want to know that. All right, then. So before we can talk about wealth, we got to understand how do we get income in order to accumulate wealth. So let's talk about the types of income. First, there's the earned income. That's the income you make as you go to work every day and you work for the man and he gives you a W-2. That's earned income. Profit income comes from selling products and services. You could have a restaurant, you could have a clothing store. All those are products and services that you can make a profit from. Then there's interest income. You can go down to Mr. Bank and you can ask Mr. Bank, say, I want to buy a certificate of deposit, and he'll pay you 1% on that certificate of deposit. Or you can buy bonds. Bonds are held by municipalities and they pay a certain amount of interest on those bonds, and at maturity, they give you the money back. There is dividend income. This is paid from stocks that throw off income as dividends to you as the stock owner. Then there's passive income, my favorite type of income. It's income that's received monthly from money invested. That means that your money, your soldiers, you invest them and they make you more soldiers that are fighting for you every day. Even when you sleep, passive income comes your way. Then there's capital gains income. This income comes from sale of assets. If you're a flipper out there, you buy a property, you fix it up, you sell it, you flip it, you have capital gains, and you get capital gains tax for that. And then there's royalty income. This is the income that you get from others from using your ideas. Imagine that. You have a bright idea and somebody's willing to pay you for it. That's my kind of game. All right, another quick rayism right here. This is key. You need to have an understanding of this because wages will make you a living, but profits will make you a fortune. You'll always be able to make a living working for the man, but you'll never be able to make a fortune. You'll only be able to make a fortune when you're working for yourself. All right, so now we got some income coming in. We understand what income is. So now that we have income, we now have money in the hand, right? We have money, but just because you have money, that money represents several different types of money. So let's talk about that. So first of all, we have what we call dead money. That's money that you got in a checking account, saving account. Maybe you got it under your pillow. Maybe you got a safe in the house. It's dead money. It's sitting there, but it's there for a reason. And it provides you some comfort. It provides you some safety. And that's all well and good, but it's not the best type of money. The next is safe money. This is money that you've got. You went down and bought you some certificates of deposit. Maybe you got a money market fund. They pay you 1%. And that's safe money. You can get to that. It's cash ready, right? It's just like cash. You're just making a little percent on it. And then there's what I call, there's healthy money. Now, this money is invested in the stock market, or it's in your 401ks, you got bonds, and sometimes you make anywhere from 6 to 8%, except for during the corona, right? Everybody that's got any stocks right now has been hit. I say at least 30, 40%, if not more. But that's supposedly healthy money because it grows at a certain chip. But then there's wealthy money, and that's what we're talking about. Investments that generate 15 to 40% returns at minimal risk. That's the kind of wealth that I'm talking about right there. And we're going to talk about how you accumulate that type of wealth in real estate. Let me go ahead and drop another rayism on you while we're at it, because some people got this game confused. Because happiness and fulfillment are the real goals, and money is simply the lubricant that allows you to achieve them. Money makes it easy, right? Money makes it where you don't have to be hard about anything. If you got a problem, take care of it. They need this, go take care of it. Money is just simply a means of achieving your goals. All right, now we've come to the end of the matter, and we're going to wrap this thing up and tell you what real wealth is all about. Actually, the wealth I'm talking about is just not any kind of money that you got sitting around. I'm talking about Bill Gates. I'm talking about Warren Buffett. I'm talking about generational wealth, wealth that never ends. It's passed down from heir to heir. That's the kind of wealth that we want to make sure that we become a part of that type of conversation when they're talking that kind of wealth. And we can get there, but you got to understand how you get there. And so I want to walk you through the progression of wealth. How do you become wealthy? And when will you know when you are wealthy? First of all, you will have an education around wealth. You'll become financially literate. That means you'll understand financial concepts, and you'll have certain understanding about how money works, and you'll understand that there is a law of money, and you'll start operating under that law of money. That is, you will be attracting likeness to yourself. So I'll talk about that at another time. That's a whole nother discussion, but you must understand that you must have wealth education. And then, my brothers and sisters, you'll graduate to what I call wealth accumulation. Once you understand and you become financially literate, you start acquiring some income producing assets. Now, I'm not talking about stocks. No, I'm not talking about bonds. I'm talking about real estate, the best income producing asset that's out there. And once you have assets that are generating income for you on a monthly basis, then you have real wealth. But you don't stop there. Once you get the wealth, now you have to protect the wealth. That is, you start to set up estate plans. You have wills, you have trusts. You're protecting your wealth so that other people won't get it. It'll only be for you and your family. And then finally, when you get to this point, then you know you're wealthy. You start accumulating and protecting, and then you are distributing your wealth. Now you have gotten to the Bill Gates, to the Warren Buffetts of the world. These men have figured out that it's not how much you get, it's how much you give away. And that's where we're trying to go, my brothers and sisters. I want to take you to the land where you'll be able to make more money than you ever thought you could make. but you'll be making it so much that you'll have to give it away. That's a great place to be at, isn't it? My brothers and sisters, let's go. Hold on for a minute. I got to drop a rayism on you right here. This is one of my favorites because I love when my boys say, he say, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, guess what? You play good. And when you play good, they pay good. I love that. That's what they do.